Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading, and I thought we'd focus this reading on finances. So that seemed to be a popular one last time. So what's going on? What's going on with Capricorn struggling with finances, with work, with career, with budgeting, those kind of things. What's going on with Capricorn's finances? What's Capricorn struggling with? All right. Trying to make things happen. Trying to make things happen. All right. What does Capricorn need to look at? Okay. There's some blockages there as far as that. I feel like it's trying to start something new and trying to make some things happen, right? You're trying to get things to work. You're trying to get things to happen. You're trying to get things to fall in place. What is it that you need to look at? Okay. I love that because the death card is like letting go of something, like time to let something go. But it's like there's new horizons, right? Trying out different things, trying something different. Future energies coming in. I love it. The star. Oh, and a new way of thinking and a new way of doing. I love that because I feel like maybe the reason why you're feeling that things are stagnant and you're struggling with your finances is because you've been doing things the same way. Like you've been following the same patterns, whether this has to do with looking for a job or being in a job or your finances or budgeting or you're struggling with paying bills or that kind of thing. I feel like you've been doing things the same way, so now you're trying to look for different ways to change things up, for different ways to do things, right? You have to let go of the old ways, but you have to start something new, right? But I feel like it's opening up new horizons for trying different areas, right? If the way that you're doing something isn't working, then you got to let go of it and you got to start focusing on something different, something totally out of the box, right? Something totally unusual. Could be that, it's maybe your contacts, maybe it's for the jobs that you're looking for, maybe it's, changing up budgeting, changing how you're handling things, what things can you change. Sometimes you'd be really surprised if you look at, I'm just going to give an example for me. So I always have, obviously I wear makeup, and so, you try different makeups, you try different things, you get free samples, people give you makeup for holidays, and then you keep buying more and more makeup and you keep buying more and more things. Well, there was a time, and even now, which I've gotten into the new habit, is where it's like, okay, I gotta stop spending all my money on this because it's just becoming too expensive or I can't afford it. So then I went through all my drawers in my closets and I was like, whoa, look at all this stuff I had. I didn't even realize everything that I had already had. And that sustained me for months. I'm not kidding. And I didn't have to go buy anything, but I still had products that I could use that were ones that I was using, or I had little samples, or I was able to try some new samples and I saw that there were other products that I liked better. And so now when I purchase things, I know that I don't have this huge stockpile of stuff and I only get what it is that I use. So that could be a way of changing things up as far as finances, right? If you're trying to budget or you're trying to do things differently. And even if you're not, that's still a pretty cool thing to think about, right? A new way of thinking, right? Is, okay, what do I already have? Do I have to keep buying more and more and more and more things? And then is it same with food, right? Or same with other things. And it's like sometimes it's like all those gift cards that you get for the holidays or birthdays, right? Because Capricorn had birthdays not too long ago. And you get all those and you put those away and you forget about those. I feel like it's looking at your resources, right? Because you're having trouble finding solutions and things happen for you. So look at the resources that you have around you. What are those other things that you can look at, that you can change, right? That you can, all right, what do I already have? What can I make this work? All right. We have the Strength card. What else is going on here? Capricorn struggling with being strong, right? Being strong and changing something up, right? Letting go of the way that it's always been happening, right? Because you've always done it the same way, and it's like, okay, it's kind of, or it's a different career, right? Is it something different that you want to focus on? And it's out of your comfort zone, but yet it's something that you want to do. Maybe you get an opportunity from someone else just that says, hey, why don't you try this? And you're like, no, that's not my thing. But like I've said before, sometimes that's a stepping stone to lead you to the next level, right? To lead you to the next thing. When you try different things, you let go of the old ways and you say, this really hasn't been working for me. I've got to try this up. What happens? You start to feel good. You start to feel like, oh, like your confidence builds and you're like, you know what, I can do this. And I have to do different things and I have to let go. If I want change, I have to be changed. So the way it wasn't working, if I need to start making things happening for me. What does that represent to you? If you want to have things happen, right? If I asked you, okay, so, you're having trouble with your finances or you want things to change, what does that represent to you? Change in what way? Tell me what that means, right? What does that represent to you? And then that's where you start with. You're okay, this is what I want to have change, or this is what I want to focus on, or this is what I want to do. And then you have to take action on it, right? It's not only thinking about it, but it's actually doing it, right? Letting go of the old ways. That wasn't happening. Maybe it's a current job that you're in and you really don't like it. Okay, it doesn't mean that you should leave it, but it means that if you want to try something new and different, start exploring those things. Okay, if I'm not doing this job, what would I like to do? And that thing that I would like to do, how do I attain that? How do I have to go to school? Do I have to, maybe work there as a second job, do something on the side? What is it that I have to do to transition myself over there, right? To take the actions to transition yourself, to communicate. So you have to communicate what it is that you're feeling and you have to start reaching out to make that happen, right? With finances. Again, like I was saying, even if it's just like, okay, budgeting. What are the actions that you can do? What do you already have around your living space that you don't need to keep purchasing or you don't need to keep buying? Or what are those things that you have that you can sell, right? What can you put on eBay or Marketplace, right? Are there things that you have that you can sell? Is there services that you could sell? Are there things that you can do that you can sell that you could, help yourself? Be creative. Think outside of the box, right? Contact people. If you see people have achieved something, talk to them. Hey, how did you do that, right? How did you make that happen? Listening to that inner voice and going with your gut and saying, okay, this isn't working for me. I'm feeling inside I got to go with it. It might be out of my comfort zone, but you know what? That's going to be my new comfort zone, right? Look at that. Why? Because we got this Ace of Pentacles, right? So this represents a new career, a new direction, new money coming in, things starting to happen. Look at this. We have Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. Changing your way of thinking about money, right? Changing your way of thinking about your career or your job or what's going on. Or you spend a lot of time working, right? You spend a lot of time doing that. So it has to be something that you enjoy. It has to be something that you like. We all have those jobs where it's like, I got to tolerate this, right? We can't be picky. We got to go with what, but if we know, hey, this is going to be temporary. It's going to be for the next year. I'm going to have to deal with this, but I'm also going to be pursuing and going after the thing that makes me happy, right? The thing that's going to help me. Or if it's, I got to do this job for a year, but I got to start budgeting. I got to start looking what I got around my house, make other things work, use what I got, not spending so much, right? And then I'm not feeling so tied to this job that I can move on to something else. What is that combination that works for you, right? What's that combination that works for you to get you to where you want to go and do what you want to do, right? What's the problem? What's lacking? Things aren't happening for you, right? Look at this. You have three. You have the Ace of Swords, you have the Ace of Pentacles, and you have the Ace of Cups. This is all new, right? I love this. This is exciting. letting go, right? You're feeling this burden, but you're letting that go because 10s are completion. So over here in this future energy, it's like, let it go. You got a new job, you got a new career, you got it going back to school, you got a new way of thinking, nothing stopping you. You're feeling guided, you're feeling directed, and you're letting it go. I love it. This is exciting. This is very exciting. But why did this happen? Because you took the steps to make it happen, right? You didn't just sit there and whine and complain and say, this isn't happening and that isn't happening and it's never going to happen and I'm going to be stuck in this. No, you're like, I'm stepping up to the plate. I'm talking to who I need to talk to. I'm listening to my inner voice and I'm going for it. Love it. Right? That's how you make changes. What needs to be changed and how do you change it? All right, let's grab Wisdom Oracle. Come to the edge. Take the chance. You'll never know, right? You never know if you're going to achieve it or if things are going to happen or things are going to change unless you take the chance, unless you make things happen, right? Sitting back and thinking about it is good, but hey, what is it? It's the Knight of Wands. It's the actions that really matter. Come to the edge, take the chance, take the opportunity, let go of your inhibitions, go for it. Whatever you're struggling with it, you can handle it and you can do it. You got to believe in yourself in that. If you don't believe that you can do it, then it's not going to happen, right? You're already setting yourself up for failure, right? Be resourceful. Look all routes that you can. Just like I said, if you've got a lot of stuff in your place, what can you sell? What can you get rid of? What can you pare down to? All right. Sorry, I can go on forever about this. Healer of the ages, right? Healer, healing. You're healing. Not only are you, like this is so many positive things. It's not only are you seeing that there's a problem, you're finding a solution, you're taking chances. You're building your own confidence. You're building your belief in yourself. Your cup is overflowing because you're proud of yourself, because you saw a situation, you took care of it, and you dealt with it, right? That you're feeling good about yourself. You're trying something new, and there's an excitement in that, right? The accomplishment, the rewards, and the results that you see. Hey, when I sold this stuff, right? I got rid of this stuff. Not only did I declutter my place, but I also made money on it, right? When you stopped buying all this stuff and you look in your closets and you saw, oh, I already got all this stuff and I used it. Okay, so that you're not being wasteful. You're getting rid of those products and you're not even having to pay for anything, right? It's all of these measures of success, and you're like healing yourself not only financially, right, because you're getting yourself into a better place. You're maybe working at something that you love to work at. You're doing what you love to do. You're increasing your finances. It gives you that freedom of not having to worry about those things, and you've built up your own self-esteem from making all of these choices and these changes, right? So you're healing yourself in many different ways. You're not letting the situation of finances control you. You're controlling the situation of finances. Woohoo! I love it. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.